Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Lydia, and if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the growing family, turn notifications on, and while you're down there, give me a thumbs up because it really does help me out. Today, I want to talk about how to cope in a crisis. Basically, we're going to build a crisis plan. So, what is the first step in building a crisis plan? The first step of creating a crisis plan is having a piece of paper or a notes app or just somewhere to write it down. Personally, I have one that's pre-made for me by my mental health team, and I've had that for 3 years, going on 4 years. Basically, I have this care plan and I wanted to share with you how to build a care plan because I think it's helpful. The first step to building a care plan is having something to write it down on. Whether it's your phone, your laptop, your iPad, a notebook, a plain piece of paper, have that. Then list your details. So your name, your date of birth, NHS number or medical ID number or whatever you call it. Just so if someone finds you in a crisis, you can direct them to this piece of paper or this particular document that tells them everything they need to know without you having to try and articulate it when you're struggling. Because I know firsthand in a crisis how hard it is to talk about things. Like a few weeks ago when I swallowed a battery, they was asking questions as to what I was experiencing, what was going on. It was very hard to tell them my details and also tell them, hey, I'm hearing voices that told me to do that. I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things, I'm feeling things. It's so hard to express that having this crisis plan helped. For me, I've got it on a piece of paper, like I said earlier, and I also have a copy on my phone. Because if I've got it on my phone, I've got it with me and I can just show people. Next is your symptoms. So you got to make a box, write down all your symptoms that show you're in a crisis: hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, suicidality, self-harm, eating disorder, PTSD, anxiety. Your symptoms, what you experience that makes you in crisis. It could be dissociation, it could be anything. Only you know what you're going through. Next, we move on into what people can do to help. Now, this may or may not include going to a hospital. For some people, going to a hospital just triggers them even more and they get further into it and they just can't leave where they are. And that's totally fine, you know, we're all different and we all have our own experience. I personally believe that I would not be here today without that crisis plan. Because when I've been sectioned at my home address. Once I walked out of A&E and I managed to get away before the security guard grabbed me, and I just legged it. And the police came to my house with the section 135 warrant, and they detained me under the Mental Health Act. And then I was put on a section 2. But they didn't put hands on me. I was cooperative, I wasn't resisting, I was paranoid that they were out to get me. I showed them my crisis plan. And so they took me to A&E, which I needed to be in A&E. And they stayed with me because they knew how triggering it was for me to just be left alone in a hospital room. Like, it triggers me so much. And so the next step in creating a crisis plan is listing your coping mechanisms. What helps you? You know, is it someone holding your hand, putting their hand on your leg, hugging you? Some people, like, if you're like me, you don't like physical contact. I hate physical contact. Don't fucking touch me. The only people who are allowed to touch me are my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my sisters, Alana. then people are allowed to touch me. Make sure you put what triggers you, what doesn't trigger you, what helps, what doesn't help, you know, just a general list of things so people know how to respond to you. Then the next thing I recommend doing, this is kind of off subject a bit, but creating a document for your advanced, what's it called, advanced directive. So like DNR. I'm not saying you can have a DNR because you can't get a DNR for mental health, but you know, like which hospitals you prefer, which doctors you know, who your psychiatrist is, who your support team are, who to contact in case of an emergency. If you have to go into hospital, what medications you don't react well to. You know, it's called an advanced directive, but I think it's called an advanced directive. That's what they call it in the States. I don't know what they call it in the UK. That's bad. On your advanced directive, you can also put foods you like, your safe foods. For me, I have safe foods. I have Pringles on that list, mashed potato, pizza. What I don't have on there is rice, meat, chicken, fish. Chicken is meat. Why did I say that? My point is, it's an advanced plan. So this is what to do if you have a crisis. And I would show you mine, but it's got my personal details on and I can't blur them out. So I can't show you. But that is how to build a crisis plan. Also make sure to include helpline numbers on the bottom. I'll put some helplines on the screen here. And if you have any helpline suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you've got any advice that you think should be included on a crisis plan, comment it down below. And if you have any video requests, comment it down below. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a video. Whack the notification bell on because I post every single day. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.